Hi guys, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. So in this video I'll be walking you through the 0x06 See More Pointers, Arrays and Strings project. So in order for us to accomplish this task, the first thing we need to do is to create the 0x06 Pointers, Arrays and Strings directory in the ALX low level programming directory in our terminal. So let's do that. So I'll copy this and I go to my terminal. Now you can see I'm already in the ALS low level programming directory. So what you just do is you just mkdir followed by the directory name you copied, right? So paste. So as you can see, it has been created. Then the next thing you want to do is to cd into it. After creating, you cd into it. So now I'm in. Now what you do next is this: you need to create a readme file, right? So I will say echo. I can use the directory name as a readme text, so no need for long listing. Greater than readme.md. Yeah. So after creating your readme, the next thing to do is to create your main.h file. The main.h file will be holding all your function prototypes. So each of the function prototype is given in each of the tasks. Like for task 0, you have the function prototype, task 1, task 2, and so on and so forth. So let us copy and paste all the prototypes inside our main.h file in the terminal. So guys, after copying all the function headers from each of the tasks, your main.h file should look something like this. So if you are done with all this, then you can now save and exit. Then we can begin. Now, the solution to all the tasks I have already provided in a doc file that will be attached to this video. So just check the description of this video. You find this doc file in. But please, while you have the doc file, try to follow me through from the beginning of the video to the end, so that you don't make any mistakes. Because I observed that sometimes when I attach a doc to the video, most of you will just be checking the docs and be using the docs to work, and you will now later come back and say you have errors here, you have errors there. So the best thing to do is to just follow through, just follow me step by step as I go through the tasks, so that we can resolve this thing together and you don't have any errors in your code. So let's go to the intranet now and see what they ask us to do for the first task. So they say write a function that concatenates two strings. So concatenate means to join two strings together, right? They give us two strings here, string dest and source. We are going to join source to the end of dest. By doing that, you have concatenated them, or you have joined them together. So let's see the name of the source file. So the name of the source file where our code will be is is 0 stringcat.c. Yeah, this. So you just copy the source file name, then you go to the terminal, then you create it and open it in Vim. So Vim followed by the source file name, right? Then hit enter. So you go to the docs, right? The code is already in the docs, so you just copy it as is. Please try to follow step by step. Try to follow through the video from the beginning to the end of the video, so that you don't have any errors. So copy it, then you go to your terminal, right? Then you paste it. So ensure that there is no empty space in the code, right? You can see I'm having one empty space on the last line, so you can just clear that out, then save and exit. So after doing that, now you don't need to compile. Your code the code will be compiled for you. So all you need to do is just git add, then git commit, then you can use the source file name as the commit. Sorry, Ctrl C. I forgot that I did not copy the source file name. So let me commit again. So git commit -m. Then I'll use the source file name as the commit message. So copy, then paste, right? Then git push. Okay, so let me clear the screen, then let's check the code. Okay, so now we can check the code. So as you can see guys, everything checks and there's no error. So let's go to the next task. So they say write a function that concatenates two strings. Okay, it's also the same as the first, but there's a condition. They said it will use at most n bytes. This condition was not given in the first, so it's kind of the same as the first task, but with a little bit of difference. So let's copy the file name. So the file name is one_stringcat.c. So I'll copy, then go to my terminal, then I would create it and open it in Vim. So paste, then I'll go back to the docs file, then copy the code exactly as is. So you just copy it exactly as is, right? So after copying, you go to your terminal, then you paste it. Okay, so after doing that, you save and exit. So you don't need to compile like I said earlier. So you just git add, then you git commit, then use the source file name as the commit message. Right, then you git push. Okay, so we can also check the code for this. So as you can see guys, all checks, no error. So for 2 now, write a function that copies a string. So the function will copy the string in source into the string in dest. So let's see what the file name is. The file name is toString and copy.c. So we just copy that. Then you go back to your terminal, then vim followed by the file name, then you go to the docs, then you copy. Please try to follow through the video from the beginning till the end so that you don't have any errors. So just copy as is, right? Then you go back to your terminal, then paste it. Don't make any changes, then save and exit. So after doing that, you can now git add, then you can git commit, then you can git push. Okay, so let's check the code now. Okay, so you can see guys, all checks, no errors. So for number 3 now, write a function that compares two strings. So the function will compare two strings. We compare string 1 and string 2. If they are the same thing, it will return 0, right? But if the two strings are different, it will return any random number. So the name of the source file is 3string compare.c. So we copy it from here, then you go to your terminal, then create the file and open it in Vim. So Vim followed by the file name, right? So go back to the docs, copy the code exactly the way it is, then copy, then you paste it, right? So save and exit. So the next thing to do is to git add, then git commit -m followed by the commit message, which is the file name, which is 3string compare.c, right? Then I can git push. Okay, so after doing that, I can now check the code. Okay, so all checks, no errors. So for task 4 now, write a function that reverses the content of an array of integers. So reverse. So to reverse means make the last character the first character, make the second to the last character the second character, and so on and so forth. So the name of the source file is forRevArray.c. So I copy that from here. Then I go to my terminal. Let me clear the screen. Then do vim followed by the file name. Then you go back to the docs, right, and copy the code exactly as is. Exactly as is. So copy. Then go back to your terminal. Then paste it. Right. So save and exit. Then git add, git commit, then git push. Okay, so now we can check. So guys, everything checks, no errors. So for 5 now, write a function that changes all lowercase letters to an uppercase. So the function we receive a string as an argument, right? Then to change all the characters in the string from lowercase to uppercase. So the name of the source file is 5 string to upper.c. So I copy this and go to my terminal. Then I do vim followed by the file name. Then I go back to the docs, right, and just take the code exactly the way it is, right, exactly the way it is. Then I save and exit. So git add, git commit, git commit -m followed by the name of the file. Then I git push. Okay, so now let's check. Okay, so everything checks. So for 7, to write a function that capitalize all words of the string. So this function is going to capitalize the first letter of each word in a string. So the source file name is syscaps.c. So I would say I'll clear the screen first, then vim followed by the file name to create the file and open it in vim. Then go back to the docs and just take the code exactly the way the code is. Right, so copy, then go back to the terminal, then paste it, then save and exit. So all you need to do is to git add, git commit -m.
That's why you don't come out.
Yeah, you don't come out. You just drop that stuff there and you come out. -m followed by the file name.
Now.
Call them now. Then you git push. Okay, so let's check the code now. Let me close it up. So that checks. So all checks, no error. So for 7, the file name is 7lit.c. So we copy the file name. Then we go back to the terminal. So vim followed by the file name. Then we go back to the docs. We copy the code exactly as is. Then paste. Then save and exit. So we git add, git commit -m followed by 7lit.c, which is the file name. Then git push. So now we can check the code. Okay guys, so all checks, no errors. So for 8 now, you write a function that encodes a string using ROT13. So the file name is 100rot13.c. So I'll just copy this. Then go to my terminal. Then vim followed by the file name. Then go back to the docs. Then you copy the code as is. Then go back to your terminal. Then paste it. Then save and exit. So after doing that, you can git add, git commit, followed by the name of the file, which is 100rot13.c. Let me close the door. Then git push. Okay, so let's check the code. Yeah guys, so as you can see, all checks, no errors. So for the next one, write this function that prints an integer. So the file name is 101 print number.c. So we just copy this code from this name from here. Then go back. Let me clear the screen first. Then vim followed by the name we copied. Right. Then you go back to the doc file. Copy the code as is. And paste it. Then save and exit. So you git add, git commit -m followed by the what's it called, the file name. The file name is 101 print numbers.c. Then git push. Okay, so let's check. Okay, so it seems like we're having an error here, so let's make a correction. Okay guys, so I think the mistake I made was I copied the wrong code. I copied the code for 101 into 102. So let us fix that. Let us open the file, then change the contents of the file. Hold on. Okay, vim 101 print numbers. Yeah, I think that is I copied the code for the previous task inside it. So let us just clear it and put the right code in. So let us copy and put the right code in. No, 101 should be 101. Is it 101 or 102? Hold on. Okay, 101 prints numbers. Okay. The code here is not correct. So let me fix that. Okay guys, so the error has been corrected now. So I guess we are good to go now. So what we'll just do, let's go back to the terminal first. Then let us open the 101 print numbers file. So let us now go back to the docs. I've updated the code. So we can now copy the right code and paste it in the terminal. I've already fixed it. So we just copy as is. Then go to the terminal. Then we paste it. Okay. Then we save and exit. So we git add, then we git commit, then git push. So now we can recheck the code. Okay guys, so all checks, no errors. So for 10 now, 102 magic.c. So let's copy the file name from here. Then let's create the file and open it in Vim. So go back to the docs and copy the code 102 magic.c. So just copy the code as is, right? Then go back to the terminal and paste it in. Then save and exit. So git add dot git commit -m 102 magic, then git push. Okay, so now we can check the code. Okay, we didn't compile. We are supposed to compile. For this particular task, we are supposed to compile. Sorry about that. Let's compile. So I'll say gcc followed by 102 magic.c -o 102 magic. Okay, then I can git add, then git commit, then git push, and now we can check the code.
So you pay make you run out.
So guys, you can see everything checked. So the mistake I was making was I was leaving a new line at the end of the code. In the specification, in the instructions rather, they said do not, where is it? You cannot, okay, you are not allowed to use the variable A in your new line. No, not that condition. There's a place where they ask us to, okay, here. So you can only write one statement. So the new line I was leaving was constituting another statement. So that was why the code was not checking. So there's nothing wrong with the code, but just take care that once you copy and paste the code, there's no new line at the end of the code. So now we can move on to the next one. So the next one is 103 infinite add .c. So I will copy the name from here. Then I go back to my terminal and let me exit this one. Let me clear the screen. Then vim followed by the file name. Then I'll go back to the docs. Then take the code as is. Then copy it and go back to the terminal, paste it, and save and exit. So now I can git add, git commit, followed by the file name, paste this. Then I can git push. So now we can check the code. So all checks, no errors. So lastly, we have 104 print buffer.c. So copy the code, then go back to the terminal, then vim followed by the file name, then we go back to the docs, then we copy the code as is. Then we paste it, then we save and exit. So now we can git add, then git commit -m followed by the name of the file, which is 104 print buffer.c. Then we can git push. Now we can check the code. So as you can see, guys, all checks, no errors. So that's it, guys. That's how you complete your 0x06 pointers, arrays and strings project. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and also turn on notifications so that when I post new content like this, you can have access to it. So thank you once again for watching my YouTube video, and I will see you in the next video.